For the end, we need to mention something very important, because that's how I saw you first time. And that was, I think, in 2022 in European Parliament, when there was Janine Small, who was presenting Pfizer, and you asked her one very important question, and everybody were, in that moment, convinced that vaccines stop spreading. But we saw that it doesn't. Yes. But of course, at the same time, we heard the propaganda, get vaccinated to protect others. And finally, you asked Mrs. Janine Small, did you ask her?
I asked her, I said, was the Pfizer COVID vaccine tested on stopping the transmission before it entered the market? And then she said, no, we had to work with the speed of science, which is the science that you have no idea what you are doing, just making money. They put a product on the market. They had no idea if it was safe, if it was effective. It was none. It was not one lie. It was two lies. But it was all about the money. People took the vaccine. It was not even a vaccine. They took the shots. But the most terrible part of it is that our government said you need to take the shots because otherwise you are not allowed to go to a bar, to go to a restaurant. If you take the shot, you will get a QR code and then you'll have your freedom back. But it was based on nothing. It was a complete lie from our governments. They worked together with this big pharma companies, huge amounts of money. We were stolen not only from our money, but we were stolen from our fundamental rights. It was a horrible period, and we still haven't learned anything from it, because here in the Netherlands we should have an inquiry committee, and it's still not done. We are years ahead now, and it's so long time ago, and no one wants to talk about it anymore. So it's a big scandal still.
Yeah, and we still don't know what is in this contract with Pfizer, because they are still hiding.
Yes, I sued. Well, I was the vice president of the Conservatives in the European Parliament, so I had access to, let's say, the council debates. So I was able to ask Mrs. von der Leyen directly the questions. I did. I asked urgent written questions. Never received an answer. Never received an answer in the plenary room. I sued her at the criminal court in Liège, but it's still going on. But it was sabotaged by the EPPO, by the prosecutor of the EPPO, which is they're looking after the financial behavior of the member states. But there is no transparency. So if there is no transparency, how can we trust our government? I call the Commission in this case the government. But if there is no transparency, then we should be suspicious, because if you have something to hide, you will hide it. But if you don't have something to hide, you can talk about it. And till today, we have no idea about the contracts. I was in the special committee of COVID. I was even the coordinator on behalf of the Conservatives. I was never able to have an insight in these contracts. And if you want to make an evaluation of what went wrong and what was good, then you start with reading the contracts, because that was the basis. But I was not even able to have a look at it. And it's about 71 billion euros. It's a huge amount of money. Pfizer, 14 billion euros. And it's a big scam. Even people maybe don't know, but even the husband of Ursula von der Leyen, Heiko von der Leyen, he had a company that was delivering, that was a supplier for Pfizer. So there is also an integrity problem. And there are more problems. And it's just not good.